the energetic and strong mother. Yamato, the younger brother who's always in his own little world. Follow us as we karate kick all your daily frustrations away. Asuka's revenge.
My name is Ryota. I work at a small company and live with my newlywed wife, Asuka. There is a very loud employee in my company. His name is Masuda. He sits right next to me as well. I can hear his voice again. I could hear his voice from another floor, he was so loud.
Ryota-san, did you see Matsuda-san anywhere?
I can hear his voice coming from upstairs, so maybe the conference room? In addition to that, he was terrible at reading between the lines. If he were to be sued, he would 100% lose. That's how often he said inappropriate things. He was always so loud as well, so you could hear him flirting inappropriately with the female employees. He's doing his extreme flirting again. Maybe it's a virtue? But unfortunately, no one can really feel like he has any bad intentions behind his statements.
I mean, it is Matsuda-san.
That was usually the end of it. The employees never felt anger towards him. If anything, he was a great worker, so our client CEO even liked him.
Ah, Masuda-san, how are you? Nice loud voice today as well.
Whoa there, Mr. CEO. Take me out drinking sometime, huh?
Of course. The workers can always hear you asking for them, so we get our orders through there real fast.
Yeah, they come by just when we're discussing what we'd like to eat.
You can't talk bad about anyone with a voice that loud. The other person is gonna hear you.
He's liked by some of the vendors that come to our office as well. Ah, it's a pretty quiet day today, huh? Masuda-san is out for a meeting. Ah, it's a little too quiet without him, huh? I can't bring myself to dislike him either. If anything, I kind of like him. The other day, our company's CEO got remarried and announced that he was going to be holding a wedding. However, there were quite a few problems and the office was clearly not in a celebratory mood.
Everyone knows that this wedding is the result of him having an affair with someone in the office. How could he think that this was a good idea? Seriously, I don't even know how to act around that. I didn't like the girl he's remarrying. She never worked and only messed with men.
The girl that he was remarrying was originally one of our employees, and everyone knows what happened from start to finish.
He's kind of an idiot, too.
His ex-wife was pretty tough, but kind and would often bring sweets for the employees in the office. But she found out about the affair and came to the office. Most of the employees were on her side, of course.
Hey, Ryota, why did you make the invitations yet?
I'm making them now. I have other things to finish too.
Hurry up!
He was almost making employees make the invitations and lists. Thanks to that, no one was really getting any work done for the past few days. I wish he'd stop delaying our pay. It's not really a time to focus on a wedding, huh?
His fiancé's probably pushing it.
On top of that, maybe it was the cost of the wedding or the damages he had to pay for his ex-wife, but he was behind on payments. Asuka always gets mad at me regarding this at my house as well.
What? That's insane!
I know, I'm sorry. I'm considering changing jobs. And the worst part is that it didn't even end within our office. He even tried to recruit one of our employees to send an invitation to a client.
If you have time to be doing crap like this, why don't you pay off your dues, huh?
I'm sorry, sir.
Please tell your CEO the same thing.
He circled, "will not be attending," practically tearing a hole in the invitation. That had happened a few times already, so everyone was pretty upset. How are we supposed to celebrate this? The day of the wedding, I was next to Masuda-san again.
This is totally a regular wedding, huh?
He's still loud, huh? He doesn't understand the concept of time and place. Right? I thought it was going to be way more fancy. Just like Masuda-san said, the wedding itself was very orthodox and was going well for most of it. However, Masuda-san really goofed.
Are you all enjoying your meal? We have gathered the memories of the bride and groom on a presentation, so please enjoy it while you enjoy your meal.
Once the presentation started, Masuda-san made a comment on each and every photo. I get it, I really do. Masuda-san is trying to whisper, but he's not. His voice is just too loud. Masuda-san's quiet voice was like a regular person screaming, so each and every comment would echo throughout the venue. When a photo of the CEO overseas was on the presentation,
Ah, that kid on the lower right of the photo. That's totally Taro, right? His ex-wife has custody of him, so that must be while they're still having an affair. I see Taro still there, but is this alright? I think it's alright.
Masuda-san, this is not alright. When the couple showed up on screen,
Huh? Oh, that bag that his mistress is holding? That's totally the same bag as his ex-wife. I remember him making me go buy one while I was working.
the whole venue was covered in murmurs. Masuda-san, shh! He really was trying to whisper, but everyone heard everything. Even the MC couldn't cover it up.
Huh? How was it? Did you enjoy that?
The presentation was finally over, and the groom started his speech when...
We're going to be living a humble life.
The second the CEO said that,
Ah, I see. So you're not going to make sure people pay, so you're going to delay our pay again.
again, he's trying to whisper. He definitely should have tried to become an opera singer.
The business will be expanding. Business! I think this wedding was a total disaster. 2 of our clients are pretty ticked off because of this wedding and how we haven't paid them for their services yet. They're not going to send us products too, so we're basically screwed.
At that moment, every employee in the room looked at him completely shocked, and they were ping-ponging between Masuda-san and the CEO. Honestly, I was pretty shaken up, since that was the first time I'd heard about that too. Huh? Yeah, we're totally done now, Masuda-san. You're really going in...
When I gave the invitation to the client CEO, he was pissed off. I felt like he had stepped on a landmine. Before I handed the invitation to him, he was actually willing to wait a little.
Huh? Are you sure about that whole thing?
When I went with a client CEO for drinks, he said that he was already moving forward with the paperwork to terminate the contract. I told our CEO about this, but he said he was too busy prepping for the wedding, so he just wouldn't help me out.
All the employees knew he meant no harm. He's actually trying to talk a lot quieter than usual. At the podium, the CEO had frozen up and was led by the MC to take a seat. Both the CEO and the bride were pale in the face. The letter from the bride was also hellish, but I didn't need to tell you that.
Okay. Thank you all for attending this wedding to congratulate the two. Please be careful on your way home.
When the wedding was finally over and we were sending off the attendees, the bride and the groom, along with their families, were handing us small gifts. It's finally over. And a week after the wedding, at the end of the month, just like Masuda-san said. Just like he had said, the pay was delayed and the clients stopped shipping to us. The whole office was a hellish landscape.
I'll do something as soon as I get back from the honeymoon.
We all got tired of it and turned in our resignation letters. 12 employees, including me, quit. I think that company is done for.
Please, don't quit. Hey, Matoda-kun. You know how you and I got along in the office?
Huh? You thought so? You thought so?
I mean, you're the only one that didn't ask to trade seats because your ears would bleed.
True.
There's a nice little business that some of my friends have been pestering me to join. Are you interested in coming with?
Masuda-san inviting me was completely unexpected, and I had known how well he was at networking, so... Huh? Really? Can you tell me more? I went home and I talked to Asuka. She was on board. Masuda-san and I...
Come on in! This is the best place around! It's crispy on the outside and juicy on the inside. Come get yours now!
My ears... Hey, you can buy just one if you want. Come on by! You're so pretty.
Wow, look at that pay. You're making at least 2.5 times the amount from your last job.
I mean, I make more the more I sell. And Masuda-san has a talent for calling in customers. We're selling the most in the area.
He's really loud, isn't he? He's actually known around the neighborhood, too. Word is, you can hear him inviting customers from the station, all the way at our house. He's like a myth.
Asuka, I don't think that's a myth at all.
Thank you for watching all the way till the end. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. See you next time!